Welcome to another episode of Hooked Up Fishing. All right, this is going to be the follow-up to yesterday's hookup on Hooked Up Fishing that I did out of Texas City, Texas, and had 9 kayaks out on the water, man. Awesome day. I got compliments from my brother, who is the orchestrator and the originator of this whole Hooked Up Fishing thing. With that being said, let me thank our Heavenly Father for getting all of us there safely and back home safely. And I want to commend you guys for the job that you did in a very tough situation, man. Everybody looked out for everybody. Manny was super on hands-on helping people, you know, and I really appreciate that. Okay. With that being said, I gotta tell you guys, my brother got on to me big time, because as great as this thing could be, it could be horrible in an instant. So to avoid that, I'm going to pass on to you guys what he passed on to me. And that is something that I slipped up on because I wanted everybody to come. I didn't emphasize it. It slipped my mind. We have to have lights, okay? My brother came out behind us and he said he couldn't see everybody, all right? He was in the boat behind us launching after we launched. And these lights are on Amazon. I'm gonna put a link on there to pick these lights up. Very inexpensive. I think this pack is about 12 bucks. But I'm gonna put a link in there in the comment section of this video to where you can get these lights, okay? From now on, if you're gonna be going out, or we're gonna be going out together, you're gonna have to have lights, a whistle or a horn, and a life jacket. Everybody that was out there with me that day, yesterday, saw we went through a very hairy situation where a ship came in way above posted speeds in the channel, and he wreaked havoc on all of us on the shoreline. One guy got flipped, one guy got put up on the rocks, and everybody got discombobulated, man. Really tough situation to be in, you know. So that's how serious this matter is. You know, don't get comfortable out there. You know, your life is too valuable, and it's up to me to represent what is going to be needed for us to, you know, go and fish and have a good time. So from now on, everybody that comes, you got to have those 3 things: lights, a whistle or a horn. They're very cheap at Academy, little air canister horns, and they're very loud. But sometimes they can't even see you in the daytime because boaters are not looking for people in kayaks. And a life jacket. Most importantly, always have on a life jacket. So, with that being said, no one can come out with us if they don't have those things. Because we're not going to be responsible. You're going to have to do that to ensure that we have a good, safe trip and that everybody goes out and comes back and has a good time. Okay. Now, something else I want to address. Is there any way for us to report a ship by the name on it that comes into the channel and could have killed somebody? That ship that came in like that could have killed one of us or anybody else out there. As a matter of fact, there's a guy, Jordan, that follows me that came out later by himself in a small kayak. He got flipped at the boat launch. Okay, he could have very well been halfway out towards the channel when that ship came, and that wouldn't have been good. Okay, so Jordan, always have your life jacket, man. Attach that life jacket to your kayak, and we'll move on from there. All right, there'll be a link to get these lights on my comment section on this here channel. Next, now that we passed all that bull crap, man, that's not bull crap, but we're past all the, seriousness. Let's get to the fun, man. You guys were awesome. The best group of guys that I could have ever asked to go out for, man. Each and every last one of you guys. And what I want to do is, please comment, text, anybody that has anybody's number, just send me all your numbers and names. I'm going to save it in my phone, and when I do these invites, I'm going to personally text you guys and let you know I'm doing them and where I plan on going. That way we can tap into each other's resources. You guys may know of a hot spot, because I don't always get to see that. I'm always working. I never get a chance to tap into what's hot and what's not. We went yesterday just on the fact that it had been hot, and which is all good because my fishing report is on the end of my rod. It's hard to be humble when I've been good at a lot of things all my life. And to let you guys know the history of this whole hooked up thing, I've been wanting to do videos since I had my nephew with my mom's shoulder big camcorder they used to make that took the VCR looking things. That was in 80 something, maybe 86, 87, that he recorded me crappie fishing, and most likely with this reel that's in this box that I'm gonna get to later. But that's how long I've been wanting to do this video thing, okay? But back then I was fishing tournaments, and I was winning little local tournaments, and I was always going around, look what I did. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna fish this tournament, I won this, I won that. And thinking that Tom Dickerson was this close, Tom Dickerson on Channel 13 Outdoors was this close to looking at some of my work back in the 80s. And because of me not knowing, and I was always talking about me, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I didn't know that I wasn't putting God first, saying God bless me to do this, God bless me to do that. I just didn't know. And if you don't humble yourself and you abase yourself, it'll bring you back down to reality. It took me 2 or 3 years of praying, asking, why did this happen to me? Why? I'm always helpful to people, and why was all this taken away from me? Well, like I said, it's hard to be humble when you're good, because you just want to tell people you're good. You don't think you're boasting and bragging. You're like, hey man, you want to, brag about your accomplishment to your friends. So, hey man, I just got to share this wealth of knowledge that I have with, guys, and especially a good group of guys like I got following me. And good Lord is blessing me to where that's what I have following me, a real good group of guys. So, being humble brought me to the point to where I spent the most part of yesterday helping guys, and showing guys, and introducing every guy, going giving homage to my big brother who started the thing. And I didn't really target and fish for fish the way I wanted to, or the way I do, until later when I ran around the corner and started flounder fishing, and I hit flounder back to back to back. And not even with my spinnerbait that I normally use. But I thank God for the ability that I have to fish the way that I do. And I love sharing it with people now. I'm not a guy that's going to be trying to hide the spot. So I'm going to be looking to try to go to the North Jetties, hopefully. If the winds are down. If they're hot and they're good. Fish the Bolivar Pocket or something like that. But I want you guys to message me, man. Send me your numbers, and I'll personally save them. Dirty South Angler. T, I got your number. Manning, I got your number. Money D, I got your number. Okay? But there was 2 other guys that came out. One that I met in Academy, and one that brought the guy out that I met in Academy. I didn't get to get you guys, numbers and names or remember the names. But message me, man. send me your name and number, and I'll personally text you when I'm doing these invites, And then I got Trey, I got you, and I know you're gonna bring your homeboy or whoever you bring. You're welcome, man, because I know you're a good dude, So it's all good, man. So I'm gonna move on because there was a guy that messaged me about the reel that I was using. He was asking what kind of bait caster do I use. So here it is. This is the bait caster that I was throwing that hardly ever backlashes once you set it. And it's very easy to set. And there's a long story behind it, okay? And I'm gonna put links to both this and the lights on my website or in the comment section of this video, And there's a history behind this. And the history is 25, 30 years ago, when some old salts or guys that fish, when I was 16 or 17 years old, got my driver's license, and I wouldn't do anything but go pick my grandmother up and take her fishing. There were some guys, Mr. Nelson, who was probably 40 or 50 back when I was 15. Connell, who's still living, but I think Mr. Nelson has passed. This is the first bait caster that I had, that they took me to Academy and had me get because I was out there trying to crappie fish with saltwater stuff. This is back when they were Lou's Browning. Okay? That's all what's on the back of it there. 25, 30 years old. This reel is as smooth as it was back then. Okay? Only thing I've ever done to it was oil it and take care of it like I take care of my stuff. 20, 30 years old, I can still